Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah. Greetings to everyone. We extend a very warm welcome to all our brothers and sisters across the globe, wherever you are, in different countries, in different continents, different time zones. Please take care of yourself because the muted virus is striking very hard. It has already touched and reached 67 countries. We got to take necessary precautions. Don't become lethargic. Don't become casual. Kindly take all kind of necessary precautions, whatsoever you have to take. And you've got to be more careful even as compared to the second wave which India got. And that is what, if you don't believe me, you kindly go through Mr. Shekhar Gupta's The Print of Last Evening. You will come to know how dangerous this muted virus is, and we cannot play with it. We have to be very, very, very careful. So, with these words, let's come on the positive notes, and we should go ahead in our special series every Friday through the lens and the vision and the hard work and the dedication and the devotion of Colonel Manon, who is our senior advisor for the entire Southern India. And he is doing a remarkable work during the pandemic. He has been assembling and bringing the permutation and combination, everything on reinstating the women's rights. And that is the webinar series what we have got. Today, it's a proud privilege. We have got Madam Anuradha Venkatachalam. She is the co-founder of the Learner Circle. Before this organization, for about 7.5 years, she had been with another startup where she dedicated a lot of time. Now, I want to be a very humble student this evening because she's going to talk about digital marketing. What exactly is a digital marketing? So all of us, be ready, enjoy the session, work it out the best possible way, your own permutation combinations, what suits you, what suits your organization. International Chamber for Service Industry extends you a very warm welcome. We are the link between India and 31.4 million, our brothers and sisters, Indian diaspora, those have gone world over. We are proud of them. They are doing wonderful. Wherever they are, we pray to Almighty. They all should remain healthy. They should take care of their wellness. Today, Vidhi Kishore ma'am is the winner, and she had been the first to join us. Wow, that's great, Vidhi ma'am. Vidhi ma'am is with the Ministry of Electronic and Information Technology. She's working with the CSC vertical. And besides that, we have got other dignitaries. I'll keep reading your names in a short while. I always recognize and appreciate the first person, whosoever joins us every day. So, in the different arena, different modes, whatsoever you are doing, whatsoever your business is, digital marketing is required by everybody. And that's why we have got request to the ma'am today to share her vision with us. And our chamber is dedicated to services sector because that plays a very important role. And today, if you see India's GDP also, the maximum contribution comes from the services sector. Now, Colonel K.C. Menon ji has also joined. We extend him a very warm welcome. Habung Asha has joined. Mamta Chauhan has joined. Vidhi Kishore has joined. Sakshi has joined. Balkrishan ji has joined. And my friend Arumugam Srinivasan ji from Chennai has also joined. We extend a very warm welcome to all of them. So, ladies and gentlemen, I was telling you we have come a long way, long way. When you say that you're touching, you have completed 1,350 webinars. So you can well imagine how much hard work, how much efforts. Right from the 25th of March 2020, we all have come a long way. Colonel K.C. Menon, our regional advisor, head for the Southern India, he had been bringing and women folk, and all the time we have been working on these strategies, how to reinstate women rights, how to get them the position and the place and everything. And the kind of questions we have been taking on what is the purpose and the relevance of education, how the technology is going to shape, reshape, redesign, design as far as future strategies and innovations and ecosystem is concerned. What does today's youth want? They want happiness, they are taco savvy, they need freedom, they need recognition, they want to move ahead. We got to hold their hand and strengthen them, encourage them, empower them, help them, groom them, chisel them, develop them, whatever you want to use the term. And what could you be passionate about? What's your dream career? What do you want to do in your life? What do you want to become in your life? There is something very important, ladies and gentlemen. If you get your passion as your profession in your life, wonderful. If you don't get it, make your profession as your passion. And that will come a digital marketing way through Madam Anuradha ji today. During this pandemic, we have been focusing on teachers and youth empowerment. Our chamber strongly believes education and skills are incomplete unless you have an accountability of that education and skill, either in the terms of startup or entrepreneurship or self-employment or employment. 1994, our chamber brought India's first finishing school for service industry. Inspirational lab, encouraging labs, innovating labs, talent labs, soft skill labs, life skill labs, technical skill labs. And we were focusing because services sector is customer care, customer delight, customer happiness. Customer is the king, customer is queen also. And we say how to amaze the customer. So personality enhancement, communication skill, collaboration, creativity, innovation, curiosity, critical thinking, logical thinking, analytical thinking, design thinking, continuous thinking, and lifelong learning. But of course, education is dry unless you bring music, fun, dance, happiness, humor, and passion, stimulation, storytelling. Everything should be the part of education ecosystem. 52,000 youth have gone from the chamber's hands through the finishing school. We are very happy. Teachers, we are proud of you. We have been associated with you deeply for the last 28 years, your empowerment. And e-Gurukul for service industry. During this pandemic, the finishing school, which was set up in 1994, it has gone totally digital. And during the pandemic, we have gone to e-Gurukul. Please note down these 4 dates. They are very important dates. Our chamber is having its annual convention, 28th annual convention, annual event, but it's going to be virtual. And that's going to be North India Pravasi Divas 2022. You will have the non-resident Indian corporate, all of them together, focusing on investment opportunities, school education, reforms, changes, development, and of course, higher education and services exports from India. And finally, Napoleon Hill's quote, we always remember, whatever human mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Let's come together. Let's get closer. Let's work together. And on the YouTube, where this program is going live right now on the GS Motivator, please post your views, your comments, your ideas. And if you have any specific question, because today's event is very interesting, an introduction to digital marketing, how you should market your product, your services, digital way. Join me in extending a very warm welcome to today's distinguished guest this morning, this afternoon, this evening, whatever is the time zone you are in. We should extend a very warm welcome to Madam Anuradha Venkatachalamji, the co-founder, Learner Circle. Hearty welcome, ma'am. Pleasure to have you with us. Thank you. Vanakkam, vanakkam, vanakkam. Wow, such a pleasure. Madam is joining us from Chennai. Let's go ahead and let's hear you and let's go digital way. Let's have digital marketing and whatever best we can do. Please go ahead, ma'am. All yours. The globe is yours.
Thank you. Thank you for the very beautiful words. It was very interesting hearing you today. So I'm just gonna give a small introduction about myself so that you can understand from where I'm speaking. So it'll resonate much more with you. So I started the usual career path of many of our Indian brothers and sisters. I did my BTech in IT, and then I started working with one of the ITG, big giants. And then for 7 years, I've been a perfect techie. And then because of my small child, I had to quit my job to take care of her. And by the time we were living in Singapore, and I had to quit my job, and nobody made me do it, but I had to do it for my child. But I still, one part of me wanted that job, right? Work. So when I had to balance it both, and I thought going solo, starting my own proprietorship was the way. And I have tried everything across the spectrum, from the t-shirt manufacturing, from tinfoil, and finally I've published books in the regional language of Tamil. I found that Tamil board books were very less, and we wanted to give good quality books. And then I've been supplying multicultural collections to libraries across Singapore and Australia. I've liaised across Laos, Cambodia, the whole of Southeast Asia. And at the time, my husband started up his own startup, and we had to move back to India because it was based out of here. And again, my whole business had to relocate to India. And slowly, I became involved in a startup, and most of the work there was done through digital marketing. So that's how my foray into digital marketing had started. In my sole proprietorship, I had tried to market my own stuff, whatever I was doing, and I had bits and pieces of knowledge on digital marketing. So digital marketing is something that everybody can easily grasp. It's not Greek and Latin. All you have to do is have the confidence in you and go about reading stuff. So the reading skills are very important, because everything out there is available, free for you already in the internet. All you have to do is just read through it and experiment, and that's it. You will be a pro in digital marketing. It's just you do it, learn it, and move on. So that's about me. And now we are on our second startup, Learner Circle. It provides live extracurricular courses to kids and across the globe. So that's about us. I'm going to share my screen.
Meanwhile, let me extend a very warm welcome to all the people those are joining us on the YouTube channel. Keep posting your views, keep sharing your views, because we are going for digital marketing with Anuradha ma'am, Arumugam Srinivasan ji, Balkrishan ji, Vidhi Jaiswal ji, Sakshi ji, Mamta Chauhan ji, Colonel Casey Menon, Habung Ashar ji, and thereafter we have got Rosie Chakma ji. Then we have got Anand Mukherjee, Balkrishan ji, Anjan Kumar Bora ji, BB Subba Foundation, Nyoy Nyodu ma'am. Then we have got Deepa Hazarika, and all other dignitaries, those have joined us. We extend you a very warm welcome, and keep posting your views. Don't feel shy. If you have got anything to ask, I'm also going to be a humble student today. You also pick up, and I also pick up. Ma'am has come back from Singapore, and Singapore is known for knowledge. It's known for education. It's known for skills. Let's pick up the best from her. Anuradha ji.
Sure. So I have a bunch of things that I want to talk about, but let's see how much we can go about. I'm just thinking. So I'm assuming that each of you want to showcase something to the world. Be it your product, be it your service, be it yourself. It can be anything. When we need to showcase ourselves to the world, in the previous generations, we used to have the business card, right? Now it is website. So if you have something and if you need to tell it out to the world, you need to have a website. There is no other way. Website has become a basic hygiene of today. And when you get somebody to develop it, or you develop it through your, you can do it yourself through one of the many available avenues out there. But there is no done for it. So when somebody says website is done, no, it is not so, because it is going to be a continuous process. Just like it's very dynamic, and you can keep on adding your thoughts and about your products, how your progress is. All those things can be done on a regular basis. Only when you do it, your website is going to be fresh. And most importantly, our Google Baba is going to be aware that, okay, these guys are up and running. And it has to be responsive. When you're going to get somebody else to develop your website, make sure they do a responsive website for you. What do I mean by responsive? Today, most of us are using smartphones to access the internet, right? Most of the time, we are 90%, if I should say, are on the mobile device. So whatever website that you have created, it should be customized for your mobile phone. So make sure that it's responsive so that it looks good even on the mobile as well as your laptops and other digital devices. So we have, you can do it through a wide variety of stuff. WordPress, Wix is very easy. It is just you drag and drop, very intuitive. You can do it yourself, and it does not cost money. So only when you have to host it, you have to pay a small amount. Otherwise, if you are just gonna experiment, you can have your own website for free. There are thousands of ways to do it, and Wix.com is one of the very good easy ways. I'm not no way connected to Wix, but I find it a very good tool. So professionals can be doing it on Ruby, on Rails, and all those things. You can leave it to the experts to decide. But it is your website, it is your business, and nobody knows it better than you. So whoever be the developer, let them develop the best thing. But what is going to be on the website is your responsibility. Make sure you're gonna tell the content, whatever you want to tell. Think of the other person, your customer as your own friend, and if you want to explain your what you do to your own friend, how well did you do it? Make it very simple. Don't put the jargons. People are going to be put off by that. Put across your message as if you would put it across to your friend. That is my suggestion. And when your website has the ability to create user generated content, what do I mean by user generated content? See, I run Learner Circle, right? And when I say Learner Circle, it is a platform for kids, and we teach them a lot of things like logical reasoning or visual arts or performing arts. And when there is a way for these children to showcase their talent, we let them post stuff like whatever a small dance video of theirs, a small keyboard video of theirs, their speech. If it's a public speaking child. So all these things are user generated content. It is my website, but I'm letting my user put on stuff to me. So when your website is going to have user generated content, it is very, very interesting to Google and very, very interesting to the public. And they're going to be coming to your website. And what is the main reason for making, getting people onto your website? So that eventually you will get a business down the line, right? Make yourself known. There is nothing different between a digital marketing and a traditional marketing. All we have to do is tell about ourselves to the world. How you do it through digital channels, and it's going to be the same. And today, there are millions and millions of websites, right? And everybody is going to be saying the same thing. But if you have something which not many of them are talking about, if you have the niche content, that's a wow, right? People are going to be searching for it, and you're going to be easily coming up in the Google search, and for people to find you. It is very easy to don't be a needle in a haystack. Try to be try to stand out, and you'll have to keep on writing content about it. We'll just see the next one. Okay. I have been a digital marketer myself. I have worked with multiple clients, and the first timers are the most difficult to work with because they simply don't understand the nuances of digital marketing. And then the most basic thing, that it takes time and effort for the digital marketing to work. Unless, of course, if you are ready to pay thousands and lakhs to the Googles and the Facebooks of the world and get people onto your website, that's a different thing. But if you want to do it organically, if you want to get people onto your website by themselves, it is going to take a lot of time and effort. So uh, get this thing straight. If somebody says, hey, I will get you onto the Google's no, page one result in 1 month, that's something that cannot be done. Take it for granted. So when you're going to do it right, it will take time, and doing right is the only way. Otherwise, Google is going to penalize you for not so correct tactics and ending up coming on the website. You don't want to do that, right? So everybody wants to get featured in Google's first place. That's our aim in doing whatever we are doing. But that's a Herculean task. But I will also say this, if I want to bury a dead body, right? The best place for to do that is page 2 of Google results. Nobody is going to go to page 2 of Google results anymore, right? So your interest is to be on the first page, but it's not easy. But this is the state that we are in. The easier and more quickly you realize this, it's better for you, because you will be able to find niche content that you can talk about yourself, niche content that you can generate to help your users. Don't always go with the mentality of selling out yourself. Educate your users, help them in any way that you can. Then people are going to remember you and come back to you very often. So that's how you're going to put yourself out in the map. Try and find things that are useful to your customer and that is unique. So the digital marketing, the basics, right? Have you seen when you Google something? I wish I could show you the screenshot, but say when you're gonna Google, say Reliance India, and there is on the side there is a small box which says Google my business, and you will have the location of the particular organization pin. It'll have the rating. It'll have the timings. It'll tell you how busy the shop is or during whatever time it is. So this is called Google by My Business. So if you're going to promote yourself or you promote your organization, make sure that you have your entries. Make sure you have got yourself claim it, right? You can say that this is my business, and Google will send you no confirmation to your mailing address. They'll send you a physical copy, and then you can be online and you can take control of this. And that's how people of course see reviews for buying anything, right? Be it a product or a service. Make sure you respond to the reviews there, and this is where your customers are going to research about you. So your website is one, but if they want a general opinion, Google my business is another place that people are going to write reviews about you, and they can pick up information, and they know that this is an information which is not so partial, and they know that they rely on that very much. So make sure that you are present in this particular space, right? And it's free, of course, so you might as well do it. So everybody asks, what should I know? There are thousands of social media right now, and everybody's question is, where should I be, right? And the answer could be everywhere, but it's not humanly possible, right? You need to identify the place where your target audience is. Define your target audience as in any other normal business that you do. Have your persona very clear. Find out what is the average age of your user. What is your user like? Is he single, or are they families? You need to make sure of this. Based on it, you can decide the social media that you could be in. For example, LinkedIn. If it's a B2B, LinkedIn is the most you should be there. But dig some more and find out if your customer, even though he's a business person, is he spending more time in LinkedIn, or is he going to be in Facebook? If he's going to be in Facebook, there is no other go. You have to be in Facebook as well, right? Be in places where your customers are. Your B2C, and if it's young, the young generation, the millennials, you ought to be in Instagram. No other go. Even though you're not very familiar, you're not very hands-on with Instagram, learn it. You just have to get your child or a grandchild to come and help. And end of day, you have to be comfortable in the media that you are in, right? I'm assuming all this you're going to be doing it initially. You're going to be setting up the strategy first. So be in place where you're familiar with. Of course, you will be able to hire a lot of talent to do that for you, but you should be morally also comfortable where you're going to be and the kind of messages that you're going to say. Right. So this is very interesting because these are the most popular social media platforms in 2021. Okay, and in America. So the US, and we lag slightly, right? Whatever is popular there eventually will become popular in India in a little while. So be the early movers, find platforms that are still nascent but are still picking up very well, and eventually you're going to be leader there. So by the time everybody flocks in, you're going to be in a place with a lot of followers, with a lot of content already generated. So I will say this. We know the Facebooks and the Instagrams and the YouTube. These are the no-brainers. You all know this, and these are the places that you could be there. But one or two of this, the Pinterest, right? If your audience is women, right? Most of your, if you're going to be on a business where your target audience is women, you have to be in Pinterest. The women, about 90%, if I'm not wrong, are the Pinterest users are women. So be on Pinterest, be visually give great products, give quotes. It can be anything, but engage over Pinterest. And this Clubhouse, wow! I'm sure all of you would have heard about it. If not, get yourself invited to it. It is the most booming platform today. It's gone in a skyrocketing in US already. It is going to skyrocket in India as well. So start talking about it. Start making your communities over there. Build your community over there. Of course, any community that you build on these social media platforms are difficult to monetize because you have a huge followership in the social media. But how are you going to monetize them? Of course, you have to think about it and make sure you give interesting call to actions and bring them to your website and eventually get business. End of day, all of us are doing this to increase our digital marketing presence and gain business by through it, right? No other reason to do this. Otherwise, why would we spend our time and money on it? So while you're making a strategy, always educate the customer, and at the end of it, add a nugget of about yourself. Have that call to action so that people can eventually see what you're doing and know if they're interested, let them buy from you. So in India, of course, the top user WhatsApp. Wow, it is like WhatsApp has WhatsApp business is a very interesting place to market yourselves. They have wonderful digital catalogs and a very professional way of replying to a customer. If you are not using WhatsApp as a channel for business communication, I think you should explore it because most of your customers are there in WhatsApp, right? So it's easier for them to get in touch with you, buy products and all this. Of course, the YouTubes, Facebooks, Instagrams, and Twitters are there, and you have to choose your platform on based on where your users are. Okay, so what do you want to do in a digital marketing? You need to have clear goals on what you want to achieve so that you can plan meticulously towards it and work towards it. Otherwise, you're going to be all over the places doing a lot of different things and going nowhere. So make sure that you spend that little time on strategy and stick to the plan and move ahead. So and when I say be ready for the long haul, right? It's not easy to be known overnight over Facebook. Get 10,000 followers like this. It's not easy. When somebody says that they can do it, there are a lot of gray market things that they can do by buying audience, which is totally not useful to your main goal at all. You want people who are truly interested in your business. I know it will simply help you boost your ego, but that's not what we want. We want real customers to be interested in listening to what you're saying. So be ready for the long haul. It is going to take time. It is time and effort. So you have only limited budget, right? Especially when we are SMEs, we need to know where we need to put our money in. So for that, you need to do continuous experiments. In our organization, Learner Circle, experiments is our way of life. We keep on doing at least 2 experiments a week. And when one of them succeed, we try to do experiments around that. And we keep on building the success. I suggest that you also do the same. Keep on experimenting in your digital marketing tactics and as a business as a whole, so that you can go on to your next levels. So what are CTAs? CTAs are call to action. So whenever there is an advertisement, right? I whenever I see a WhatsApp message which says, I have beautiful saris, buy it. And that's all. It will have just a name. My dear, if it is your product, you need to tell your customers a way to reach you. So always have a call to action. Say, call this number, say, WhatsApp this number, or say, visit this website, right? All those are call to actions and you have to tell them. Otherwise, you're going to lose your customers. They might be interested in your thing, but they have a very limited attention span these days. And they're not going to go take the effort to look you up or ask your friend, whoever posted, they're not going to do that. Make it very easy for them so that you get your customers easily. So you can have a bunch of, experiments. Find ones that are easy to do, as well as don't take for an experiment like code for 10 hours or code with 10 people and do an experiment. Try to do the experiments which are which is easy, and then you'll be able to see the results. Okay, some of them are giving me great results, then build on it. When there are some things which are not working out, just get rid of them and move on. Right? This will be my humble advice. And so many people ask me this, right? This presentation, I had made it for my cohort of business women in business. So one of the most common question is, when can I see the traction? I have engaged somebody. When can I start seeing the results? It is unfortunately not a great news, but it is the truth. It will take minimum of 6 months to 12 months to see the traction that you want. You want the traction organically, and the audience that you want. It will take time. They will want to know about you, and then there is so many of us contesting for their time, and it is going to take time for you to get into their brain space. And by the time, see the blog that I had written 2 years back, right? They are rage now. Constantly, I get visitors right now, but that is because Google knows that, hey, this is an interesting blog. There is interesting content in here. People are coming here and they are able to stay for a long time, reading it. So it should be useful to your customer. So this is how Google will tell, okay, these folks are here for this website is very something with authority, right? This is a good website, and so on. So for that, it is going to take a lot of time. So I will say that roughly around minimum 2 years. And if you have deep pockets and if you can throw money at it, that's a different game. But I'm talking about doing things organically, which means doing things through content marketing or stuff like that, and getting people onto you without paying them, right? So that is going to take time, and be prepared for that. Okay, and always have that, as I said, the plan, right? The big plan. What do you want people to do? Do you want them to share the things so that your message of, say, an NGO can reach millions of other people? Or do you want them to open their wallet and pay you? What are you trying to achieve? Have that fixed, because a lot of strategy, digital marketing strategy depends on that, on your what you want to do. And see, this is going to take, we have the big role of running business, right? Am I going to run a business, or am I going to be sitting on the social media and trying to make creatives, right? As a business owner, do you have the bandwidth to allocate them to digital marketing? If not, are you in a position to hire? So don't buy too much. So take things that you can put it on your plate and you're able to work on it. And once you can, you start seeing some traction, you hire people doing it. Even the interns just out of college can help you very much. They know much more than the generation that's right now. So get people to help you, but based on your availability of time and resource, you need to decide your strategy. Are you going to be in 10 different social medias? Are you going to choose two and be consistent in it? So it's up to you to decide that based on your availability of time and resource. And all said and done, do you have the expertise to run, say, Facebook ads? Of course, I'm telling you, all you have to do is just like our ID days where we used to get big IBM manuals and you have to go through all of them and understand what it is about and then implement it. You still have to have that kind of a reading mentality and understanding it and following through it and doing it. If you don't have this appetite, get an expert to do it for you. Right? So based on these things, you can define your strategy, or you can talk much more sense to the person that you engage for digital marketing. And you can be as naive as anybody for behind the technologies that they use, but it is your business and you need to tell your digital marketing. You can pay him or them as much as you want, but they are not running your business. They don't know your customers. So I give them money, they should do it, and I'm out of it. This cannot be the approach. Even if you're going to outsource a lot of things, you need to be hands-on in knowing what kind of promotions are they doing, what kind of message are they throwing out to the consumers. It's all yours. It cannot be, of course, you can get their help and strategy and everything, but it has to be your knowledge that comes out, not the technical. Right? And why do people visit websites, right? Based on it, you can define your strategy as well. So somebody wants an answer to a question, right? How to make, say, chicken tikka, right? That's something that they want an answer for, right? And they want to know some details about some other product. So these are things for which they are coming. They don't have any intent on buying, right? They are in information searches. But there is somebody who's going to have a purchase intent. They want to buy a mobile phone, but they want to know which one has a better rating. What do the users tell about it? What about mobile A and what about mobile B? How do they compare? So these people are doing the search because they are looking to buy it. So there is some kind of a purchase intent. So if you're one of the buying, if you are a seller who's interested in selling a mobile phone, you want to do this, creating content on comparing two mobile phones, so that it's useful to your target customer, and they will eventually come back to you if they are looking to buy one. Right? And this knowledge gap is something that there is something very specific, very new skill that they want to learn, and this is something that you can give us if it's your subject matter expertise, you can give it to them, right? Of course, everybody is scared about how can I give this to my customers for free, right? Let me tell you, everything is available for free in the internet. So there is nothing that you're going to lose out by sharing your expertise, but you're going to build your credibility, build your trust factor with your audience if you do that. So don't be shy of sharing things. Please do, so that you will get a regular stream of visitors to you, so that you can convert them to your client. Right? So I go with this smart kind of model where I say, be very specific. Okay, I need to get 10,000 followers, because that is how I'm going to reach my target audience. So I need to have that specific aim or agenda, and keep it measurable. When I say 10,000, I know whether it is 10,000, 9,000, or 7,000, or only 1,000. Right? It should be measurable. Don't say that I need to get a good name in the Facebook. How are you even going to measure it? Okay, that might even count with the number of reviews, but anything that you can measure has to be in your goal. Right? Make it. and make it attainable. Don't set a target to yourself or to your digital marketing partner saying that I need 1 lakh followers within 1 month and I will pay only 10,000 for this. It is not attainable. It is not possible unless they want to do a lot of not so great things, not so white things, right? We don't want to do that. Make sure you set an attainable goal for yourself, and it has to be relevant also. So I don't need 10,000 people, right? I need only 1,000 working women in Bangalore sitting in the particular location, right? That is more relevant to me instead of me having 10,000 people all across the country, but my store is in one particular area of Bangalore. It doesn't matter to me. It needs to be relevant. My goal needs to be relevant to my business. So make sure that you fix a goal which is relevant to your business. And it has to be time based. So we can take forever to do a job, but only when you want to set a time to your digital marketing goal, you're gonna go step by step and attain. So that's when I say that make smart goal settings. Okay, so inorganic versus organic. So have you heard of people talk about inorganic and organic traffic? When people say organic traffic, they mean that people are going to visit your website or your social media without being paid for. There are not going to be any advertisements from Facebook or Google or YouTube saying, hey, visit this website and so on. Right? You're not going to be paying Facebook or Google for this. You're not going to be paying the display ads, tabula, or for that. Right? Those are inorganic. You pay the money and your audience come to you. But the minute you stop paying money, the audience will stop coming to you. Right? If you have a specific business need, I'm going to launch something. I need to send out the message to millions of people right now, and I have deep pockets to spend. Please go ahead and do the paid marketing. There is not, most of us do, but your long-term strategy has to be organic. Find ways of getting people to be interested in you. And how you do it is through a lot of content marketing and stuff. How am I on time? Oh, I have spoken a lot. I just see that. Should I stop for taking some question and answers?
Ma'am, you go ahead.
Okay.
The thing is, we should give time to you instead of, but yes, we can recognize for a minute to the people those have joined now. Okay. We have been joined by Nisha Agarwal, Pankaj Tripathi, Manisha Chaturvedi, non-live from Shillong, from Indian Air Force, Mahesh Ji, Info Student Group all the way from Tinsukia, Nishank Maurya from Gorakhpur. Then we have got Balkrishnan Ji from Pathankot, J. Subha Lakshmi from Chennai, Senior Consultant Group from Delhi, then Ajay Kundal from Gurdaspur, Ishita Shukla from Uttar Pradesh, and then we have got Temsu Lemtur. Good topic and wonderful inputs, learning session. Okay, Prachi Kalita, knowledgeable. Then we have got Nancy Sangma from Meghalaya, Balkrishnan Ji, then Mr. Gohin from Assam, then Shivani Gugai from Assam, Yanger Yepto, learning session, Kim Kipgen, Rishi Mohan, Ajay Kundal, Balkrishnan, then Wamuzo Vero, great, Vidhi Kishore. Then we have got KV Crusade. Then we have got Arnia Jamir from Nagaland. Okay. Then we have got Mr. Tyron from Tura, all the way from Meghalaya. Nyoi from Arunachal Pradesh. Madam Thota Yoga Lakshmi Mahindran from Chennai. And then, of course, we have got a couple of other dignitaries. I'll read out their names later. Please go ahead with the session, ma'am, because it's very interesting. Let people pick up threads and let people learn what exactly digital marketing is. Please.
Sure. I invite our followers. Please do drop the message, and I will request Major Sharma sir to read out a question or a couple of questions.
Sure.
You have time.
Sure.
Please feel free so that we can do that. So there is another thing. So these are the things we talked about: organic versus inorganic. Right? These are the things. If you're going to engage with somebody, or if you're going to talk something digital marketing to somebody, these are the things that you will hear commonly, right? And you also need to know what is, I'm talking about paid ads here, where you're going to give money and say, this is my product, this is my message, hey Facebook, go spread the word, right? So when you're going to do that, what are we going to aim, what are we aiming at, right? Is it awareness or is it lead generation? Everybody is running business, everybody is having a website to generate leads, right? That is what we want end of day. But are we in a position to do right now? Can I go ahead and say, hey parent, you come give me your child, give your child to me, and I will teach him piano? Is the parent going to be readily coming to me? Or should I say that, hey parent, look at me, I have so many students in my platform and they love me, look at their testimonials, see I have great tutors, look at their profiles, see I want to take your child towards no certification, I want to take your child to make them write a Trinity London exam. So I tell all of this, and then I say, hey parent, are you looking for piano courses? Then the parent is more interested. So how we create a lot of awareness and then generate leads. But as small business owners, right, we have that limited capability to spend money on awareness campaigns. So you have to find the balance. See how much you can do it organically. See how much you are able to spend on lead generation data. So you have to have that kind of a strategy to towards lead generation. So we've always heard about the content marketing strategy, right? That's the most important way that you're gonna bring in customers to you organically. That's most important. How do we make something viral? Nobody knows it. Otherwise, every day people will be making viral content. So what you could focus on is giving honest and useful content to your end user. And if it's going to be little niche, the best, right? People are going to flock to you. And just like how having a website is a must, doing search engine optimization has also become the basic hygiene of digital marketing. What is search engine optimization? So when somebody searches for learner circle in Google, I'm talking about only Google. There are a lot of other search engines, Bing and all, but I'm not even going there, right? Most of your customers are, let's even first finish this before we go to other search engines. So when somebody is going to search learner circle in Google, I need to come up. My website needs to come up. There are a lot of other strategies which people follow, right? Say when somebody searches your name, your competitor might come up. They're going to use your keywords to come on top of that. So all those things can be those are all content marketing strategy. You can talk about how my competitor and me are different. You can compare yourself, but there is no cheating. Okay, if you're gonna not give out, say something and talk about something in your website, your customers are gonna leave immediately. They're gonna bounce off. So all these bounce rates and everything is calculated by Google. The search engine algorithm is very intuitive. They are very intelligent and they catch all these and then make sure, oh, these guys are interested in bringing the customer. They have wonderful baits, but they don't have the meat. People are not staying in their website. People are jumping off without going, seeing multiple things. So all this, so my only advice is, as I said initially, think of your user as your friend. Just give them what they want and what will help them. And over time, Google will recognize you for what you are, what you're doing, and eventually you will build the traction. You will have to have the grit to stay through this. And people will talk about a lot of things. There are things that you can do to tweak the algorithms, and you can do this thing now. I will give you an example. Long time back, right? Few years back, people, you will see the white screen here, right? And keywords are very important for a Google search engine. They need to know if I'm going to talk about selling a digital marketing course for a teenager, right? And I will write a digital marketing course for teenager in white font. People, when they come to my website, will not be able to see it but Google is a search engine. It is only going to read the characters. It will be able to see, what I have written in white, right? People would do a lot of things like this to come up on their search engine list. But Google keeps on finding all these things. Right? It keeps on. We cannot keep, in pace with that. Let the masters of the industry do that. But you do what is right. You will not want to put stuff keywords. You will not want to simply say digital marketing for teenagers. Put them all across it. Give some tips that a teenager can learn. Tell them what are the benefits if you learn digital marketing. Make it useful for their audience. Eventually, that is what Google wants, right? You will not fail anywhere. But doing things which are gray hat, which are not so right, you will be totally penalized and you'll be pushed down. And how much ever later you try to get yourself up, it's going to be difficult, right? So digital promotion is, I don't know if I'm going to have time for talking about influencer marketing and all those. If you're going to have somebody who's very interested in, they have a small followership for themselves. You're not talking about the, the big stars. They have millions of followers, but be going to them and getting them to endorse us is also difficult. But find micro influencers, small influencers. They will have maybe 2,000, 3,000 people, but they are very interactive among them and they have a voice. Try and approach these people because you can reach your targeted specific audience through them. Find ways to work together, find ways to give and take. And as a community, we need to have good network, right? Just as in real life, in digital space also, we need to have a good network so that we are recognized for the work that we do. That's very important. And if you're going to do DIY, if you're going to do the digital marketing yourself, I can tell you a couple of things which will make your job easier. Scheduling, right? If you're going to spend one day for digital marketing, right? You create all the content, you create all the creatives, and then there are scheduling softwares free in the market that will help you. Say every Friday, 8 o'clock India time, this post has to go. So you be very consistent in what you're doing. So to build followers, consistency is the most important thing, and being responsive. If somebody is saying, "Hey, what is the price?" Try to reply to them within a few minutes. If it is not possible, at least within a couple of hours. Otherwise, the person is, after you see that after 2 days, the other person is gone and bought it already and moved on. Right? You have to be responsive as well. Try to be responsive. The scheduling can help you a lot. Creators, there is a wonderful tool called canva.com. It's free, and if you are able to afford, you can go for the paid version also. They have you will. It's very simple drag and drop. The formats are there. Canva.com, right? You can make your own creatives. You don't have to pay people a lot to make creatives for you. There's very beautiful thing, and for starting up, this should be enough. Content creation, it's very important not to make any grammatical errors. It shows your persona. What kind of a person are you? You don't want to be sloppy. So there are a lot of tools like grammarly.com free, through which you can put your content, and if there are any grammatical errors, get it rectified. There are a lot of free tools available. Make sure that you don't copy things and paste it, because Google is going to penalize you for plagiarism. Just as in
there's a very important input of yours, ma'am, because most of the designers I have found, they do such a blunders. They do not know the basic spellings, and every time you have to tell them. And as a content desirer, you have so much of difficulty. Small spellings, they do wonders and blunders together.
Correct.
So thereby I think that's a very valuable input of yours.
Correct. We enable them. If you are not great in English, it's okay. I know you're great in designing, but use this tool. Every time before you paste it, get it cleared by the particular spell checker or Grammarly, and then do it. So there are a lot of tools, and it's always available for free. And if you want to pay somebody to write content for you, there is SEO small tools. A lot of plagiarism checker for free. So before you pay them, you find out whether they have written it on their own or they have simply copy pasted from 10 different websites. You can do all this. Just Google plagiarism checker for free and it will come up. You copy paste this content and it will clearly tell you, no, these things are being copied and all those. So you can find people who are genuine in what they are doing. So that is something that you could do. And before we go this, I want to, okay, search engine optimization is for another day. It's a big topic altogether. So if there are any questions, Major Sir, I am happy to take them. Oh, I'm not able to, I think you're on mute.
Sorry. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. People are just posting the comments like Balkishanji has written, good marketing makes the company look smart. Great marketing makes the customer feel smart. Mamta Chauhan is writing, we have technology finally that for the first time in human history allows people to really maintain rich connections with much larger number of people. It's hard to find things that won't sell online. Then the another one is marketers need to build digital relationship and reputation before closing a sale. Knowledgeable. In the time it took you to read this sentence, 20 million emails have been sent by the time you read this. Then content plays great role in WS and channel. That is website, I think, website, WS is website, okay. Think about what the user is going to type. Then imagine a world in which every single person on the planet is given free access to the sum of all human knowledge. Everybody is posting their views. Everybody is happy about it. Hi, Thota ma'am is writing, hi Anuji, I have a question. How can DM help for an entrepreneur who has product seasonal sale? Direct marketing, I think, or digital marketing, whatever. How
sale. So only for Christmas, right? So whenever it's a seasonal, right, the paid ads are going to become very costlier. So there is no standard rate for anything if it's your product. And only today you are advertising, it is going to be quite cheap. But tomorrow, 10 different competitors are going to be fighting for the same space, right? It's the same customer. You're going to fight for the same attention. The cost is going to be increased by Facebook and Google, right? So this is very, very, and if it's a seasonal product and if it's speaking with the others seasonal, peak seasons, it's going to be difficult for paid marketing. You need to spend a lot. So engage a few months before it itself, right? If it's going to be, say, Diwali that you're focusing, start 3 months before Diwali. What are the ways you can stay safe for Diwali? And then after 3 or 4 posts like that, you say, okay, if you want to buy Diwali sweets, you can order from us. Make your Diwali very stress-free and stuff like that. You keep on educating your customer. Be in your customer's mind space. Give them useful things like what are the recipes that you can make for Diwali, right? People are going to be I don't know whether they will have the time and energy to actually do it, but they have the intention of let me do this, right? But eventually when they say, oh man, I don't have the time, okay, let me go and buy from her. And while you're saying that, I sell these sweets from Diwali. So have a content marketing strategy. Think of your customer persona and aim to interact and engage them even much before your peak season, so that when the peak season comes, you're in their mind space.
Thank you. Thank you very much. There's another lady, Vidhi Kishore. There's a problem with the word social. Social is not just Twitter, Facebook, etc. Social is a language.
Absolutely. And if I'm going to speak my language in Instagram, which is targeting 16 years, they will be like, what is this lady talking about, right? You need to be, and in Twitter, the sarcasm that is going around is awesome, right? If you're able to ride on it, make some content which is, getting people's attention, that's a different language. The language that you speak for Instagram is absolutely different from the language that you speak for Twitter. And you are right, it's a language. And so get experts. So that's why I first said that try to be in a space that you are comfortable with, right? I'm comfortable talking to the 30 years and the 40 years of the world in Twitter. That's my language. If I'm going to write copy, if I'm going to write content for an Instagram person, it might not resonate with them. So hire an intern who's that age and who know the trends of what's happening, and then put them on the job. So
Thank you.
Absolutely right.
Thank you. And finally, Indian Air Force is writing, Maheshji, along with the digital marketing, one must work with sincerity on the quality of the products as well, not only marketing exclusively.
Absolutely. The whole thing falls down if your basic tenets of business are not met, right? That is whether you do business completely offline or digital, it's all the same. Your customer experience, your customer, the product quality, service quality, that's paramount before anything else.
Thank you very much, Raman Kumarji. You are very happy. Awesome explanation. Wonderful. Tota ma'am is also happy. Mamta ji is also happy. And Balkishan ji is also happy. And everybody is happy. And I'm also happy. And Madam is also happy. Happy, 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 all of us together. And Colonel Manor is also happy to get you on this particular platform. So with these words, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us today. A deep gratitude and thanks to Anuradha ma'am. And it is reinstating the women rights, women power, and we got to get them back. And I think we need one more session with you, Anuradha ma'am, because there's so much in digital marketing to be shared. You have given some valuable inputs, if time permits, because this session needs a little more time. And we will get you on some other day once again with us, maybe as a part of our annual celebrations, deliberations, and congratulations during the annual convention. We'll try and get you. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming today. Thanks for being with us. And all my wonderful audience from the world over, those who have joined us today, it's a great, great, great green morning, and it's a green afternoon, and it's a green evening. Let's make world more greener. Think green, talk green, dream green, and let the environment improve. Everything will be wonderful for all of us. With these words, we are signing off. Look forward meeting all of you. Tomorrow is Saturday. You've got a special program at 7 p.m., which is for the whole global wellness through Ayurveda. And 8 p.m. we'll be going to northeast part of India. Thank you.